Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So Ridvan finally uploaded his first video responding to Farid. I think it has been 2 years since Farid uploaded his 52 videos refuting and debunking Ridvan.
Oh, Farid. You mean this guy, the blind cultist.
So we submit to that, we follow that. If our intellect, our conjecture, our perspective conflicts with that, we know the deficiency is with our own perspective, our own conjecture.
So, let me guess, the admitted blind cultist will refute people.
And Ridvan foolishly tried to ignore them, but after lots of pressure from Farid and from other Islamic apologists and from Muslims in general, and in many cases from his fanboys, Ridvan decided to respond.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You're responding after 3 years? Things have changed, by the way, since then. And your issue is what? That I've responded to what, like?
Anyway, we know that you are retarded, but we will pretend to take you seriously.
Only 50 videos? That's the issue?
In total, Farid made about 52 videos. I carefully selected these videos and left some out because I thought, this doesn't necessarily need a response. But that's half of my videos at the time that he made his refutations about me.
So CP said, if Farid say I lie 100 times, then it mean all my other point is true. And you're saying the same thing.
Farid only responded to 50 videos. Why didn't he respond to the rest?
Now, what I enjoyed was Imam Murrah saying this. He was like, Apos only responded to 2 or 3 of Farid's videos. Therefore, all of his other videos against Apos are valid. Yes, thank you, Apos, for making our job easier. By the way, guys, when I made that video, when I made all those response videos, Imam Murrah hadn't yet graced us in this century. He was still stuck in like the 8th century or something. That was before the whole Imam Murrah saga. That's a while ago.
The existence of a video against Islam doesn't mean that it's worth responding to. I will respond to videos that I feel are problematic, and I've responded. By the way, like I watch these videos. I give them a little grading of my own. I have like a scale from 1 to 10. If a video is not worth the response, I'll give it a 5 or lower. If it's something I feel that might be problematic for some Muslims, I might give it a 6 or 7. If I find it to be a strong argument that's worth a response, I could give it something higher, an 8 or a 9. I don't recall any 10 arguments, but some I feel that, are definitely worth responding to.
Okay, are you done now? Let's go and see which videos you didn't respond.
At the time that he made refutation videos against me, these videos of mine were public and he did not respond to them. Apostasy in Islam.
You didn't respond to that, to the apostasy. I wonder why, eh?
The capital punishment in Islamic law would be applied to you. We have no doubt, and we're proud of that.
A brief part of a lecture that Muhammad Hijab gave about apostasy, a speech which says something along the lines of apostasy penalties are in alignment with liberal ideas according to John Locke, so it's okay.
I remember this argument. Look at this, guys. Look. Premise 1. Liberalism has social contracts. Premise 2. Islam has social contracts. Premise 3. Social contracts equals social contracts. Conclusion. Islam is equal with liberalism. Guys, this was the argument of Muhammad Hijab. So, let me get that straight, Farid. With this argument, you supposedly, what did you do? You refuted with this argument, the apostasy. Okay, let me rephrase your argument to understand your stupidity. Sweden has social contracts. Nazi Germany had social contracts. Social contracts equals social contracts. Therefore, Sweden equals Nazi Germany. That was your argument, you idiot. So, in the real world, my friend, if you make this kind of argument publicly in a video, your career is ended. In Islam, you become a hero and you call yourself Farid Respond. Yeah, okay.
Maybe Farid realized how stupid that was, so he took it down later. He did not respond to whether Islam is a religion of peace. Islam is the fastest growing religion, the age of Aisha. What he did in...
Wait. He didn't respond to whether Islam is a religion of peace. I wonder why, eh? He didn't respond to the age of Aisha. Why might that be?
And by the way, this is very important, yeah? I want all Muslims to be aware of this. The reason why we don't have sexual intercourse with 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds and 7-year-olds or whatever is not because of puberty.
And we will get to that. Farid loves to deflect. He did not respond to my wife beating video. He did not...
What? wait a moment. He didn't respond to the wife beating. So, what did you respond? Farid respond. What did he...
I could give it something higher, an 8 or a 9. I don't recall any 10 arguments, but some I feel that, yeah, are definitely worth responding to.
Okay, so you expose yourself completely, you idiot. You said that the most major issues, things like executing gays, apostasy laws, marrying children, is Islam a religion of peace, are not worthy to respond in 50 videos. Are you serious, my friend? So, that was your first argument. But don't worry, you have a detective or will to save you.
And that's why, with Apostate Prophet, I just mainly focused on refuting arguments themselves instead of anything else.
Liar. As the evidence clearly shows, you consciously and intentionally avoided the most controversial videos to respond, either because you are too cowardly to take on challenges, either because you already accept what Ridvan said is true. Yet you now pretend you only responded to videos that were worthy to respond, playing the hero. You are clearly lying right now. Farid, clearly. Of course, in contrast to you, you know how I pick videos to respond. When there is no hard, let's say in quote marks, or tough video to respond, I simply don't make videos. The weak videos, I never respond to a video that is not kind of challenging. Never. Okay. That's the complete opposite of what you are doing. You are just picking the convenient videos to respond, and you are letting aside all the challenging videos. This is what you did, Farid. And now you pretend to be the hero. I only responded to videos that were worthy to respond. No, you didn't, Farid. But at least you have the detective or will to save you. Look, Detective Will responds to this exact point, and look what he says.
After Farid refuted and debunked Ridvan, for 3 years Ridvan fanboys were waiting for him to respond to Brother Farid, because it became like, a very humiliating thing for Ridvan fanboys when they engage with Muslims. They always get this response that your big daddy couldn't respond to Brother Farid. So eventually Ridvan was pressured to make his first response. Let's start watching.
Farid has claimed that he made videos or refutations about all of my major arguments and has thereby refuted or debunked me or destroyed me or whatever language these people use. In total, Farid made about 52 videos. At the time that he made refutation videos against me, these videos of mine were public and he did not respond to them. Apostasy in Islam. He did not respond to whether Islam is a religion of peace. Islam is the fastest growing religion, the age of Aisha. What respond to my wife beating video? He did not respond to killing gay people because he agrees that this is part of Islam. He did not respond to my video on how illogical it is to pray at a certain time on Friday. He did not respond to Islam is for Arabs. He didn't respond to Allah sends rain down. Is the hijab a choice? Islam versus dogs, Islam versus music, Islam versus art, 72 juicy virgins. How illogical and regressive it is to revert to Islam. He agrees with my video on jihad, which is why he didn't respond to it. What does Allahu Akbar mean? Allah makes another mistake. Honoring the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. My video on the Zamzam water. Can Islam be reformed? He wouldn't respond to that. The greater jihad lie, the Kaaba in the Bible. Islam with Muhammad makes no sense. All the things that Satan does. Muhammad's destruction of idols. Does Islam mean peace? Allah is merciless. He deflected from this one. We will get to that as well. What does kafir mean? The story of the Jewish woman who threw garbage on Muhammad. Why I don't criticize other religions. He cannot respond to this, and this video has a lot of responses to many of the stuff that he said in other videos. The hateful world of Islam. Interfaith marriages. Deceptive dawah strategies. Are people leaving Islam because they are ignorant? Everyone goes to hell in Islam. How Allah got his name wrong. The sacrifice craziness. Why Muslims have beards. The mysterious letters in the Quran. A challenge for every Muslim. How ironic. The Islamic Holocaust. The cult of Muhammad. There is no joy in Islam. Muhammad's moment of sexual despair. Did Allah send prophets to all nations? The ignorance of Islam and Muslims. And why birds poop on the Kaaba. I carefully selected these videos and left some out because I thought, this doesn't necessarily need a response. But that's half of my videos at the time that he made his refutations about me.
You know, what I find interesting about Ridwan is that he doesn't shy away from saying the stupidest thing anyone can say. Farid made 52 videos refuting and debunking Ridwan. That's a huge number. 52 videos debunking a particular YouTuber. How many people on YouTube do make 52 videos responding to someone?
That's a straw man, Detective O'Will. You imply the argument of the Apostate Prophet is Farid didn't respond to all my videos, therefore he didn't respond to any. Or the fact that Farid didn't respond to all my videos, that means the videos he responded to are not valid, or something like that. When in fact the argument of the Apostate Prophet is Farid avoided to respond the most controversial videos because he either is a coward, either he already agrees with me. That was the argument of the Apostate Prophet. So you did a straw man, Detective O'Will.
So when someone makes 52 videos about you, the last thing you should say is, you only made 52 videos. You didn't respond to all my videos.
Excuse me. It's not a quantitative argument, it's a qualitative argument. Can you understand the difference? So it's not about quantities, it's about the quality of the videos he responded. First of all, he clearly didn't respond to the videos he agrees with. And he didn't come publicly and say, look, Ridwan said about offensive jihad. He was right. He said about executing apostates. He was right. He never did that. Moreover, if you see the list of the videos he didn't respond, you will clearly understand that, okay, wait just a moment. He responded to 50 videos and he missed the apostate question. He missed whether Islam is peaceful. Executing gays. Let's see what the hijab, virgins, jihad. He missed the jihad part. Okay. What can Islam be reformed? That is not an important question. This ridiculous thing with Satan, Allah. Okay, obviously, my dear friend, he avoided videos not because they were irrelevant and because he's too clever to respond, because they were uncomfortable for him, or because he already agrees with them. Okay, that is the point of the Apostate Prophet, which is a true point, Mr. Detective. Okay.
And of course, that gave me a good chance, a great chance, to expose Ridvan's deception. But since my videos didn't get lots of views from Ridvan fanboys, he felt that it was okay to carry on deceiving and corrupting videos. So what I'll promise you in short is that Ridvan is going to regret the video response he uploaded today. But this is not what I want to talk about in this video. In this video I want to show you how Ridvan is the most self-destructing Islamophobe. After he allegedly refuted some of Farid's point, he said this.
In the rest of this video, there is nothing that is worth responding to, which will not come up in the other videos that we will talk about.
Here, Ridvan seems to be kind of begging his fanboys not to go and watch Farid's video. And of course, Ridvan's gullible fanboys are going to listen to him. But since I'm not a gullible fan of Ridvan, I want to know what Ridvan wanted to hide from his fanboys. So I went to Farid's original video and I saw that there is lots of, deception, corruption, strawmans and stupidity. But this is not everything I found. I also found something very interesting. Let's go and watch.
I wonder how dignified Ridvan is and how high his moral standards really are.
In America, we have laws in some states. I think I'm not very familiar with that, to be honest. But just to give the point, in many states, you cannot marry your your relatives or this or anything like that, or your siblings, whatever. But if you are above a certain age, then you can, for example, make a marriage that would be biologically considered incest. So, which means if you can't bear children anymore, then you can do it. I'm fine with it. Why not?
So the high moral standards of Ridvan is he sees absolutely no issues with siblings having incest as long as there are no children.
You obviously don't see my videos. That's why Muslims obviously don't see my videos. That's why they are confident to bring up incest. My friend, you do realize that you are committing suicide, intellectual suicide right now. Yeah? So that was the gotcha moment. Incest. Okay. Now let me bring you back to reality. Look at video, Farid forgot to respond. Islamic inbreeding, what that means? Yeah. Islam allows first cousin marriages.
It is true, but it is also not very surprising because studies show that cousin marriages are very, very common among Muslims. Some studies even estimate that half of Muslims in the world are children of two cousins. Because cousin marriages are, as said, very common and they are the norm, they are the standard in many areas where Muslims live.
Detective O'Will, do you fathom, realize how tragic that is? In other words, let me rephrase to understand what's happening right now. If Islam dominates the world, with this kind of inbreeding mindset, it will corrupt the humanity, my friend. Very, very tragic, my friend. Very tragic. So, your imposter, moronic, criminally moronic idiot, God, Allah, and your criminally stupid prophet are responsible for endless children with defective. You know how terrible that is, my friend. That's the worst nightmare for a child. That is living in an endless nightmare because of the idiocy of your God and your prophet. Bring children into horror movies, my friend. And you dare make this argument against atheism Why is that? Because let me show you why he has this nerve. The Apostate Prophet, although his moral reasoning is correct, morality in fact is related to harm in the real world, he miscalculates the harm. Incest has more harm than just defected children. Firstly, confuses maternity with sexuality, inflicting severe psychological and mental harm. Secondly, it destroys the family unit, the most fundamental building block of societies. Third, if caught, it destroys the social and professional life of a person completely. Fourth, even if an individual in individual cases we avoid recreation, that doesn't address or negates the potentiality of recreation when allowing this practice, and many, many, many more. Okay, so the Apostate Prophet, although he had his moral reasoning was correct, he miscalculated the harm. You, on the other hand, okay, although your answer was correct, we should not allow incest, but the reasons for you came to this answer were wrong. And in fact, the irony is that your argument applies to you because you allow incest because Allah said so. So you don't regard the harm principle at all. So your argument, my friend, is an argument against you, in other words, not the Apostate Prophet. Okay. Now, if we take out all the harm from an action, then it stops being amoral. Because true morality is secular morality. And let me prove that really quick. Let's say murder. What if I stab somebody and instead of killing him, his health increases? Instead of his parents being sad, I make his parents happy. Instead of society frowning upon everybody, they celebrate. Then obviously my action becomes moral. That's clear-cut obvious, my friend. Yes, harm, real harm in the real world defines whether an action is moral or immoral. Let me give you another example. Our physiology. Let's say I was made by iron. Then many moral things that now we consider immoral wouldn't have been immoral. For example, if I drink battery acid, so what? Now I'm iron. So it doesn't harm me. So it's not immoral anymore. Okay, can you understand? So the Apostate Prophet was right that morality is in fact related to harm. But he miscalculated the harm. Okay. You take a moral man and put him in control. Watch him become a god. Watch people's heads are roll. And roll. Just like the fire, let's run through the city. Dance like marionettes, swing to the symphony. You acting like a robot. It's metal brain corrode. You try to take this fall before the head explodes.
Just like the body, let grass through the street. Dance like a marionette, swing to the symphony, swing to